Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my not even welcome back. I keep messing that up. Welcome back to the new channel, brand new channel, Edwin Talks Football with the accent. Make sure you guys get it right. This is the channel where we're going to be talking all about football, guys. Football as in soccer, not football as in tackling people. And today, for our first video on the channel, we're going to be talking about the call-up list for Mexico, the Mexico 2026 World Cup official roster. This dropped last night. And we're gonna be going through it, guys. We're gonna be going through it one by one. I'm letting you guys know what I'm thinking about every single player on this list. And I'm gonna say what I think, who should be here, who should not be here. Let's see. So first, we're gonna start off with the goalkeepers. We have Raúl Rangel, who's probably gonna be the starter for the whole World Cup. I wouldn't be surprised if they give the next player on the list, Ochoa, a game in there, just so he could get the achievement of playing his last World Cup. And then we have Carlos Acevedo, who's probably not going to see any playing time. I think Rangel in net is okay. It's not bad. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened to us. I like him better than Malagon, who is out of the World Cup because of his Achilles tear a couple months back. But still, we're going to work our way down to the defense. We got Israel Reyes, Jesus Gallardo, Jorge Sanchez, Cesar Montes, Johan Vasquez, and Mateo Chavez. At first glance, it does look a little thin, as you can see, compared to all the other positions. It is pretty thin in the defense, but we do have Eric Lira, Luis Romo, and Edson Alvarez that can double back as center backs. Israel Reyes, good, solid defender, doesn't offer too much attacking. Jesus Gallardo, you can count on a good performance. You can count on a consistent performance throughout the tournament from him. Jorge Sanchez, I don't know what to say about this guy, bro. To be honest, inconsistent, definitely, 100%. But when he's on his day, he can really be good. I've seen him play some of the best games with the Mexico shirt on, and I've also seen him look probably the worst on the field out of everyone else. Mateo Chavez, young left back. I hope he gets some minutes. His attacking sense, he likes to go forward a little more than Gallardo, even though Gallardo does also like to go forward as well. But I hope he gets some minutes for sure. Cesar Montes, Johan Vasquez. These two guys have to stay healthy, bro. Pray to God they stay healthy. If Mexico's gonna have a good World Cup, it's gonna be because the M2 are playing together. Cesar Montes has a slight injury, if I remember correctly. It's a muscle injury, I think. But yeah, those two guys together, solid. We're solid at the back. Next in the midfield, we have Eric Lira, Luis Romo, Obed Vargas, Brian Gutierrez, Orbelin Pineda, Edson Alvarez, Gilberto Mora, Cesar Huerta, Alvaro Fidalgo, and Luis Chavez. I'm gonna start with Luis Chavez at the bottom right here. I don't know, man. He just came back from that knee injury. He was out for a lot of time. I don't know if he's gonna be getting a lot of minutes. I don't know if his set piece specialty is enough to get him. Well, I guess it is enough to get him into the World Cup squad, but I don't know if it's worth it. Honestly, if you're gonna take Luis Chavez, I don't see why you're not taking Charlie Rodriguez. Even though Charlie Rodriguez, not it for Mexico. For Cruz Azul, different story. Anyways, on to Alvaro Fidalgo. He's only had a couple games with Mexico, man, like 3 games. But that game against Portugal, the game against Belgium, you could see there was a little something different than what we're usually used to in that midfield position. So I'm not too mad about that one. Cesar Huerta, he was the last person to join. He was the last player to join, I should say, right before a couple days ago only. I'm not too mad about it. He's good off the bench. Another player that's inconsistent, very inconsistent with Mexico. We're on to the main man, Gilberto Mora, man, the youngest player ever to go to a World Cup with Mexico, playing a World Cup. Hopefully he plays. I'm assuming he's gonna play, maybe even start. There's not too much I'm gonna say about this guy that everyone doesn't already know, you know? Star boy for sure. Excited, very excited to see him play. Edson Alvarez. Edson Alvarez, I'll say this right now. I think Eric Lira should be starting over him in the CDM position 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if he's only used as a center back, but I guess we'll see. He hasn't been getting that many minutes. Orbelin Pineda, not a fan, guys. I'll be honest. Not a fan. Every time he plays, you kind of forget he's on the field. I'm not going to lie. But oh well. Brian Gutierrez, I like this guy. Chivas player. Very good Mexican-American. Same thing with Obed Vargas, actually. 2 young center mids. I'm happy about that. I'm not mad about that. Definitely Charlie not going. Obviously, they couldn't take Marcel Ruiz. So I think those guys are gonna be good for us for sure. Luis Romo is like another Charlie Rodriguez situation. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he should be in there. I don't see him giving us anything else different, good enough. I would rather take Marcel Ruiz with a one-legged Marcel Ruiz. I'd rather take than Luis Romo. Eric Lira, probably the best center mid we have on the team right now. CDM, more like, I should say. But they're definitely very happy he's going, especially as a Cruz Azul fan. And then we're on to our forwards. Alvarado, Vega, Quiñones, my goat, Santi Jimenez, Guillermo Martinez, Armando Gonzalez, La Hormiga, and Raul Jimenez. Not much we can say about our strikers, really. We do have a lot of strikers. We have 4 in total, 5 if you want to count Quiñones as a striker, but I think he's going to be playing more off the left. Alexis Vega, I'm not a big fan of Alexis Vega personally. I think he plays very good at the Luca. With Mexico, it's a whole different story, which can be said, to be fair, it can be said about a lot of the people on this list. Same thing with El Piojo. Same thing, very inconsistent attacking wise, to be honest, because when he's had to track back, I actually like that a lot about him. Roberto Alvarado, he has crazy good work rate. Santiago Jimenez, as I already said, that's my goal. I'm not going to say a single bad thing about him. I was worried he wasn't going to go just because of the way the injury time was, the recovery time for his injury, I should say, was coming, but it is what it is. Guillermo Martinez, a player I think should not be on this roster 100%. They're saying it's for specific situations that he's getting called up, but I don't know. I think you can't have a player like that. I don't see him starting over any other 3, or playing honestly at all, not even just starting, playing over any other 3 strikers. Hormiga, I don't know if I wouldn't be surprised if he plays, but I'm also not surprised if he's there just to get a taste of what a World Cup is just for the future, because he's probably going to be someone that's going to be fighting with Santi for the starting striker spot in the future for sure. And that's going to be it, guys, pretty much. So a couple players that were left off, I mentioned some of them already: Marcel Ruiz, Diego Lainez, what am I missing? Charlie Rodriguez, Berterame, Jordan Carrillo. I was about to forget his name. But yeah, those are the only people that really, you could say, got cut. Everyone else didn't really have a chance. But honestly, I'm not too mad about the list. A couple names that I mentioned, like Guillermo Martinez and Memote and Luis Romo, those are probably the only 2 players I think shouldn't be on this roster. And that's about it. Other than Luis Chavez, I'm also, again, the injury. That's the thing with Mexico. A lot of players coming back from injuries. A lot of players that haven't been playing. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it. This is going to be the squad we're going up to the tournament with, man. I'm super excited. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who do you think should be here? Who do you think is missing? Who do you think shouldn't be here? Next video is going to be the World Cup prediction. We're going to go through the group stages, all the group stages. Oh, actually, let me pull this up real quick. This is Mexico's group. Obviously, this is pretty common knowledge. Czechia, Mexico, South Africa, South Korea. I think Mexico's going to top the group, if I'm being honest. I don't see it being a difficult thing for us to top the group. Next video is going to be my World Cup prediction. So we're going to go through all the groups. We're going to do all the knockout stages, everything all the way up to the final. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Once again, let me know what you guys think about the roster. Let me know who is missing, who you would have taken off the list. And that's going to be it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.